Meanwhile, the U.S. Defense Secretary Churck Hagel says its decision to send nuclear-capable B-2 stealth bombers to drop dummy ammunition during military drills with South Korea was part of normal exercises and not intended to provoke a reaction from the DPRK. Our Sean Caleb's has more from Washington, D.C.
U.S. stealth B-2 bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons soared over South Korea, the latest show of potential force from the United States in an ongoing high-stakes showdown of words and military muscle with the DPRK or North Korea. The U.S. was asked if this is saber-rattling. American officials countering by saying their hand was forced by North Korea's young ruler, Kim Jong-un.
And they're continuing to try to extend the length of their own weaponry.
The long-range bombers took off from Whitman Air Force Base in Missouri and flew across the Pacific close to 10,000 kilometers to reach the Korean Peninsula.
When a country says the kinds of things that the DPRK is saying, you have to take it seriously and you have to take steps to ensure that when we say in response we can and will defend our own nation and we can and will defend our allies.
U.S. Defense Secretary Churck Hagel says South Korea has, quote, unwavering support from the United States. Hagel, in a news conference from the Pentagon, saying the DPRK is acting in a belligerent fashion.
The action that he's taken and the actions they've taken and the words he's used is not going to project a more responsible, accountable relationship.
Tension began ratcheting up at the start of the year when North Korea launched a long-range missile carrying a satellite into orbit. After a successful nuclear test, Pyongyang vowed to launch a nuclear strike against the United States. The U.S., meanwhile, has nearly 30,000 troops in South Korea and recently took part in military exercises with South Korean troops. The DPRK calls the drill threatening, a possible precursor to a North Korean invasion. On the heels of the training, the DPRK severed the final military hotline with Seoul, saying, quote, under the situation where war may break out at any moment, there is no need to keep north-south military communications. The ongoing military exercises, coupled with the fact the United States has sent 2 of its B-2 bombers on a 13,000-mile round-trip flight, have the attention of North Korea's leader. Tonight, signing an order placing the country's military missiles on the highest state of readiness, apparently aimed at U.S. military bases in and around South Korea. Sean Caleb's, CCTV in Washington.